All right, guys, another live auction here that was in-person bidding that wasn't on storagetreasures.com or anything. I ended up paying $410. Me and one guy were bidding, were the only ones bidding back and forth over this unit. A lot of stuff in here, a lot of furniture. I don't know. We'll see if we're going to make some money. Hopefully, we're bidding on the hidden stuff that I can't see, right? So let's see what we got. All right, let's dig in. All right, this one looks a little better. Looks like we got maybe a bunch of Pampered Chef stuff. That stuff sells okay. This is I'd rather not have to open all up, but let's see what this one is. Maybe. Looks like it's a plate. I'm not gonna open it up. Let's see what else we got here. Bread tube. We got a deluxe cheese grater. We got a bread tube scalloped. We've got a bread tube star. We've got a bread tube square. I'm not really sure exactly what that stuff means, but we got gingerbread hometown train. I'll have to look that up. And we've got mini baking bowl. I'll have to look the stuff up and get you guys prices on this thing. Gingerbread mold, school post office. And last, we got gingerbread house. All right. If I had to guess, I would say that's probably, I'll look the prices up, but I'd have to say that's at least $80 right there in Pampered Chef stuff. So that's a good start. Fit this all back in there. I didn't pack it as good as it was in here. All right, that's a good box. This is a big box. On the box says yard sale, remote truck, Iron Man costume. Remote truck could be promising. It's not what I'm seeing though. Xbox 360 Infinity. It's actually got the stuff in there. All right, that might be worth something. I'll have to look that up. Hopefully that means there's going to be an Xbox in here. No, there is a remote truck in here, but it looks like maybe a cheap one. It's kind of a cool looking little truck though. All right, I'll finish digging through that later, but I'd say probably $10 for this truck. Assuming the transmitter's in there. Another Pampered Chef item. It's a microwave chip maker. This one says kitchen items. And it's what it looks like, mostly. Cookbook, couple cookbooks. Ceramic teapot. Yeah. Food chopper. Sometimes these vintage things can be worth some money. I don't know about this one. Rotating food chopper. I think we'll donate the rest of that. I was very curious what was in this tote. Sadly, it's empty. No. tote's probably worth $15. A decent old chair, but the other ones don't match it. Let's see what we got here. Some kind of a, I think it's like a candle stand. Got glass jars that go in here for candles, maybe. Might be worth $10. All right, looks like we got some toys or kid stuff in here. Got a Barbie. What's that? Disney Princess in the package. Is that worth anything? Sparkling Princess Ariel. If I had to guess, no, but maybe $15. We'll look it up. All right, this one has some weight to it. Let's see what's in here. Like, I don't know. We got some books, crafts for Cub Scouts. We could look that up, but it's probably not worth much. More crafting stuff. We got a Christmas tablecloth. It might be worth $10. Let's see over here. We got some recipes. And I don't know. Combination pack soccer creative for scrapbooking. Now we got a camera here, maybe. A Fujika DL100. Sometimes these little cameras are worth something. I would say maybe $20, but we'll look it up. Well, we got a Nintendo DS game. These are almost always empty. And it is. All right. We'll set it aside just in case. Pampered Chef. He must have sold Pampered Chef, I think. What's this? Yellowstone hanging ornament. That's kind of cool. Let's set that aside. All right. I don't know if there's much else in here. We got some gift cards. Make sure there's no gift cards in, or we got some greeting cards. Make sure there's no gift cards in them. What's in here? It's a whole bag full of greeting cards. All right. Sync reflections. Yeah. All right, that's about it for this thing. All right, let's set that one aside. All right, here's the box that was labeled church books. And I'll look that one up, but I don't know about that one. And this one's a set, so that's more promising. About prayer and about baptism. These look like they're probably from the 60s or so. 57, that's pretty close. All right, we'll look those up. No. Precious Land of Promise Volume 2. I'll look it up, but probably not. Epic of the Latter-day Saints. I've never seen this book. It's not in great shape, but we'll look that one up. Looks like these are old maybe books from like BYU or something. Aaronic Priesthood and the Four Gospels. We'll look this up. I have seen these two before. Volume 2, and this must be Volume 1. These will be worth something. I don't quite remember what they're worth. Not much, but maybe $15 for the set. And more of these like textbooks. We can look them up. They could be possibly worth something. I'd say it's $15 for that one set. And we're probably another $30 for the rest of these books. So that's $45 for this box. That's pretty good. All right, so I'm confident we got over $100 back so far. Maybe getting close to $2. The rest of the stuff doesn't look like it's worth anything. All right, not as excited as I hoped for the church books, but some money. Here we go. Got a cheap pair of Sharp speakers. We got a pair of decent looking speakers. Sometimes these vintage speakers can be worth quite a bit, but I don't know about these. Technics model SBL30. I mean, they're dusty, but they look in good shape. I don't see scratches or anything. We'll look those up. I mean, they could be worth nothing. They could be worth 20 bucks. They could be worth 150 bucks. All right, we got very dusty. Back in the day, these were worth a lot of money. All right, $1,000-$2,000. Kirby Micron Magic filtration. It looks in good shape. It's got like the manuals and everything here. You dust it off, and I bet we'll get it 50 to 100 bucks at the auction for it. It's a nice little side table here. It's got some weight to it. I bet we can get 20 bucks on Facebook for that. Here's a sewing machine. I know little to nothing about sewing machines, but this is a white jeans machine. That's pretty specific, so I guess that would make sense where they had the boxy jeans. Maybe this is worth something. If I had to guess, I really don't want to ship that, but maybe $60 on eBay. We'll look it up. There's a cheap stereo that probably went with those cheap speakers. Does anybody buy those anymore? If it all worked, I'm sure someone would buy it, but probably not even worth taking the time to test. We got this old crib. Seems to be in decent shape. Do people use cribs anymore? For some reason, I feel like this will sell. Maybe for 20 or 30 bucks on Facebook. A few empty totes. You put about 4 or 5 of these together and you can get 15 to 20 bucks on Facebook for them. Yeah, let's see. We got a very cool looking bag made from recycled material. Looked like it was entered in the craft show and got first place in the Eastern Idaho State Fair. It's kind of cool, honestly. Looks like it was made out of like Capri Sun bags or something. Huh, let's put that aside. And then we got another bag made out of like a, what is this? Yeah, another bag made out, oh, this is kind of cool. Made out of like soda can tops, pop tops. It's also got first place at the fair. Somebody was fairly talented. What else? This one got first place. Wow, they're just very decorated. This is like a wool purse. Kind of cool. And one more pop top on. These are all first place. Wow, all the same year, I wonder. Pretty impressive. 1990. Is that what that, I don't know what that is. Those are kind of cool. Too much else in here. That's about it for that box. Interesting. Got fake flowers. International Silver Company. Some fancy silver tongs. That was worth something. International Silver Company number 99111-025. Silver plated scissor salad tongs. I guess that's worth looking up since it says silver. A nice little action packer. These things cost like $35 at the store. Might just keep that. And it's got clothes. The tote's worth more than the contents. Yeah. Clothes, material, patterns. Yeah. Yeah. We'll empty that. We'll keep the tote. This castle looks familiar, like maybe it was some kind of thing that my kid played with when he was a kid. 1994 Fisher-Price. I don't know, are Fisher-Price castles worth anything anymore? Probably not. And then we got a Thermomed wax refill. That's kind of weird. I don't think that's probably worth anything. Now we got some more Pampered Chef stuff, so that's probably good. Rectangular baker. Okay, that's good. I'll take some more Pampered Chef. That's probably the best stuff I've gotten so far. We got that. We got stoneware trivet. 13-inch round stone. I don't know if that seems empty. That seems empty. Empty. We got an oval baker. Okay. He's got to be worth some money. And then we got square baker. So rectangle, oval, and square bakers. All right, I don't know what those are worth. Probably, I don't know. We'll say all three of them together are worth 45 bucks. I guess we'll put it back in. Hopefully it's worth more than that. Looks like we got an old cot, an old RV cot. Has a sticker on it that says Graebel, Graebel. Might be worth something. Probably take that to the auction. Maybe I'll get 30 bucks. That was in the corner. Very dusty, cobwebs. Guitar case. Guitars can be worth a lot of money, right? I don't know much about instruments either. Let's see what's inside. The case actually looks nice, it's just filthy. Just going off of what I see in this unit, I don't think this is going to be any kind of high-end guitar. See if I can even get out of here. Weird that it opens from the bottom and not the side. I think it's just a cheap guitar. But it's in pretty good shape. I do not play, obviously. I don't see any branding, which isn't a good sign to me. And it's actually not in that good a shape either. But I'll take it to the auction. I might get 15 bucks for it. This box blocking the view. All right. Nothing exciting here. Looks like we got some moccasins. Some beaded moccasins. This could potentially be worth something. Actually looking decent shape. This might get 20, 25 bucks on eBay. So we got some kind of travel game tip over. That's about it here. That's it for that small box. All right, last box. I don't know if this has been a great unit. We have a few more things inside I'm going to show you that are sellable probably. We've got, looks like maybe some Boyd's Bear stuff. A bench and a little doll. And I don't know what else. Something wrapped up a pot. Nothing else too exciting. We'll take the bench and the bear because I already have some other Lloyd stuff I could lot up with it. Just some little decoration type stuff. Nothing very nice in my opinion. What do you do with these floating candles? All right. This might be worth something. We got a Hot Wheels Workshop Track Builder Total Turbo Takeover. It looks like it could be complete. What would something like that be worth? We'll look it up. Maybe 40 bucks. You got actually a nice set of 3 stools. I bet I could get 20 bucks for these stools on Facebook. All right, I'm just gonna grab the camera and show you a few more things, and then we're about done here. All in all, I think I'll make a little bit of money, but we'll see. We'll see when we total it up. All right, for the last few things here, we have this shelf that I could probably get 15 bucks for if we just wipe it down. We have a Schwinn XR7. It looks in good shape. I don't know if these are worth, it seemed like at some point they were worth a couple $100, but I don't know if this one's worth anything or not. We'll look it up. We have this floor cleaner janitorial, Decker janitorial supply, some kind of polisher or something. We have this little shelf. We could probably get 15 bucks for it on Facebook. People like little shelves like this, they like to redo them. We have this big shelf that I'll probably just put in my storage unit. And then we've got some old toys here that may or may not be worth something. Fisher Price garage thing. If you see something that you think is worth money, let me know in the comments. I mean, I know some of this stuff can be worth something. Firehouse. You got a little car here. Another little house thing here. We got, I don't know what that is. We got a little Subsidy Street clubhouse. And yeah, looks like we have an office chair. It's probably not worth anything. That is about it. All right, guys, all in all, not a bad unit, not a great unit. I was hoping for some really great high value stuff as a surprise, but overall, I think we'll get our $400 back. Maybe we'll make a few $100s if certain things are worth more than I thought. Was it worth it? I don't know. It's worth a gamble. Something to do on a Monday. This is what I do for work, so I think it's kind of fun. Anyway, we'll see the total here is what I come up with, and we'll move on to the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.